I grew up right outside of New York City, Italian Catholic family. There's only myself and my sister, and she was raised, I guess what you would say, in the traditional Italian American fashion, which is kind of subservient. Her aspirations were not necessarily all that high. You know, my father either wanted me to take over his business or to be a doctor. Hers was just to get her degree at an all-girls college and see what comes of it. So I subsequently saw her self-image deteriorate. I moved from the New York City area up to Boston. I've been here ever since. My sister stayed, maybe 10 miles away from my parents, and it killed me to see her raised that way. As a matter of fact, we are so disconnected now that I hardly speak to her. When you raise a girl to be subservient, she's going to be subservient in everything she does. So the man she picks to marry, or the partner that she picks to be with for the rest of her life, is usually going to be a dominant kind of force that really makes life miserable for her. It really, professionally, your aspirations are low because the expectation is either to get married or you'll work in some field where you really don't need all that much education. So her life wound up being very limited. She never really took on a professional career. She, as a matter of fact, wound up being a secretary, and she called herself a secretary, which in the 1980s and early 1990s was kind of a verboten word. You would never call yourself a secretary, but she did, and she did it mindlessly, not realizing she was doing it. So basically, I saw that happen, and it really did, it hurt me. And now fast forward to the point now, I'm married to a very dynamic, outgoing woman from California who worked with me in high tech, and now actually after our 3 daughters, now is a teacher actually, and really is very outspoken and self-assured. And it really is because of the way her parents raised her. She's from the West Coast and has a very dominant brother, but since she was raised equally, it produced the person who she is now. So having 3 daughters now, I would never think of raising them with low expectations or with a subservient attitude. So, I would never raise my daughters differently than a son. And they're now in high school, and it's proven out that the way that we've gone about treating them equally, and not only just treating them equally as siblings, but treating them equally as their friends and their peer group as well. So not, saying that that males have a better chance of succeeding than females, but actually letting them know that they have the right to expect everything, regardless of gender. It's really who you are and how you perform and what you merit that it should make a difference. And I expect them. They're very confident young ladies. Now, one of them's about to go into college, and she's very self-assured. I'm quite proud of them, and I think, again, not taking too much credit myself, but really making sure that the expectations for them as women were always set at the highest level, I think is going to result in them being successful in life.